Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Kyle Averman.
And I'm Allison Ross. So for many of you, today will be the final day of this long weekend because it is, of course, Columbus Day, or Indigenous Peoples Day in some parts of Oregon and California.
Yeah, so most federal businesses like banks, post offices, and courts will be closed today. However, most businesses will actually still be open, along with the UPS and FedEx. You can see a list of what's open and what's not on the screen right now.
All right, and get this, in a bold move, Columbus, Ohio is dropping Columbus.
Yeah.
The largest city named after Christopher Columbus will be celebrating its namesake holiday.
The day commemorates the anniversary of the Indian explorer's arrival to the Americas. Some don't find the holiday appropriate, citing Columbus's treatment of Native American people. Several major cities throughout the country are celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day instead, as we just mentioned. All right, if you have today off, what can you expect weather-wise? Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Jordan right now with the Check It Out forecast.
Well, today's probably the cloudiest, the coolest, and the showeriest day of the week. That's because we only clear out and dry out as we go later into the week, and that means some warmer temperatures on the way, except in the mornings. With the clear skies, you also tend to see some colder nights, which means colder mornings, but then you warm right back up because the sun comes out. So we're not quite there yet. The sun hasn't quite come out yet. We are still seeing some cloud cover out there, and as I mentioned, showeriest. While it is not a word, it does give you an idea of what to expect a little bit later today. Scattered showers possible as we head later into the afternoon and evening. That's mainly to the north of us, so areas of Douglas County, Coos County. Most of us probably going to stay dry, but you may step outside and see a little bit of sprinkles on your windshield or something along those lines. Temperatures in the 60s today, actually a little bit cooler tomorrow because of those clear skies overnight and some breezy winds. But towards Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, areas that are in the 60s today, and this just covers just about everybody watching right now, areas that are in the 60s today could be in the 80s by Saturday and Sunday as things just warm up and you see more sunshine by the next 3 days or so. Temperatures right now 40s and 50s because of that cloud cover. We managed to trap a bit of the heat we gained yesterday, but we do see a cooler night tonight, and then we warm up as we go towards the weekend. Back to you.
Matt, thanks so much. Our top story on this Monday morning, President Trump will be holding a formal swearing-in ceremony for Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. That ceremony is taking place tonight at 7:30 in the East Room of the White House. A 50-48 vote Saturday made the Maryland judge the 114th United Supreme Court Justice. Kavanaugh was sworn in during a private ceremony following this weekend's Senate vote.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says he and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un made progress during their meeting this weekend. It was Pompeo's fourth visit to North Korea, trying to work out a deal to persuade Kim to give up nuclear weapons. There's no immediate word on whether the Secretary of State managed to arrange a second summit between Kim and President Trump.
6:33 in crime news. The OSP is still investigating a fatal crash that happened on I-5 over the weekend. It happened just after 7 Saturday night. 30-year-old Seth Camel crashed into a highway guardrail. The passenger, 71-year-old Linda Cole of Roseburg, died on scene. It happened again on I-5 near milepost 170. The cause of this crash is still under investigation. 2 local stores failed the alcohol decoy test created by the Jackson County Sheriff's Office and Oregon Liquor Control Commission. Woodland Heights Market in Medford and Flying Eagle Market in Eagle Point both sold alcohol to a minor. The decoy was an 18-year-old Oregon male. On Thursday, 7 stores were tested. The store employees received criminal citations, and the stores will possibly get fined, have their liquor license removed, and/or employee training, among other consequences.
Your time right now is 6:34. Turning to our fire danger red report this morning, firefighters say weather conditions are helping contain wildfires across the region. In Josephine and Curry counties, firefighters are working on cleaning up containment lines for the Klondike fire, which is more than 167,000 acres this morning and is 72% contained. Fire managers say they hope to have the Natchez and Miles fires fully contained by next week. Fire agencies are warning people that fire season is still in effect. For a list of the current restrictions, you can visit ODS's webpage at swofire.com. And according to the Burned Area Emergency Response Team, otherwise known as the BEAR team, the Taylor Creek and Klondike wildfires are at a low level of soil burn severity.
So this means there hopefully won't be too much flooding caused by the fires as we head into rainy season. The BEAR team examines how bad the fires affected our public lands. Right now, the majority of the land is labeled at low or very low severity. And it is Fire Prevention Week. This year's campaign is Look, Listen, Learn, Be Aware. Fire can be everywhere. Medford Fire Rescue says the National Fire Protection Association wants to educate the community about the basic way to escape a home fire. So there's 3 steps. The first is look for places that the fire could start. 2 is listen for the sound of that alarm, and 3 is learn 2 ways out of every room. Taking a look at news beyond the Northwest, firefighters raced to the scene of a woodshop fire overnight in Los Angeles. Firefighters arrived on scene and there was smoke billowing from the building inside. You see it right there. Firefighters were on top of aerial ladders shooting water into that structure. It's not clear whether the wood shop is active or abandoned. There were no reported injuries, and as of this morning, the investigation is still well underway.
Well, more than 80 boats were destroyed in a massive fire at a storage facility outside Atlanta yesterday. When firefighters arrived at the facility, they found half of the building in flames. Crews used multiple hand lines and 2 aerial trucks to bring the blaze under control. The fire caused more than $1 million worth of damage and is still under investigation. Taking a look at news around the world this morning at 6:36, an aftershock rattled in northern Haiti this weekend, one day after a magnitude 5.9 earthquake toppled down several buildings. Authorities said at least 12 people died and 188 were injured. The Sunday afternoon aftershock came as Haiti was assessing damage from Saturday night's earthquake. Emergency teams tried to deliver rescue supplies to victims. Rescue workers in Haiti said they were not looking for any more victims, although residents appear to be jolted by that quake.
A local athlete is part of a team that won gold in 2 competitions this weekend at the FISU World Championship in Poland.
That's right, Jeremy Siver is on the U.S. national cheer team. They got 2 golds in 2 different competitions, including one in the video you're about to see. Jeremy Siver started out at Crater High School in Central Point. He now has a full ride scholarship at Weber State University in Utah. Congrats to him. We'll see if we can put that cheer competition maybe on our Facebook page or something.
Absolutely.
So you can see the entire thing. But it looks like they're doing good. Ooh, look at those moves right there. Yeah,
I can barely touch my toes.
Leave it to the professionals. All right, let's turn things over to the professional of weather, meteorologist Matt Jordan.
Yeah, not nearly that flexible, but as we look outside, we've got a bit of a transition day when it comes to our weather overall, so we're kind of flipping the script there. And then as you look outside, most of the cloud cover really in areas of Klamath County and Lake County. And so areas like Chemult, which typically drop down to the 20s or 30s this time of year, you're in the 40s right now. A lot of those same areas going to have a very cold night tonight as we clear out a lot of this cloud cover that you see right now. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. But let's just talk about today. Mostly cloudy with some scattered showers. This mainly to the north. We have a system off to the north of us. It's just shedding off one line of showers after another into our area. But it's not exactly the strongest system either. So a lot of it evaporating before it even hits the ground, and definitely before it gets too far to the south. So most of the shower activity for Coos County, Douglas County, but we could see some stray showers make their ways into Rogue Valley, for example, and in Klamath and Lake County, with that chance of showers continuing tonight. In the West Valley, it's cloudy, then clearing, so some sunshine mixing in as well, but still a chance of showers here or there. Your high 64 to 67 degrees, and east of the Cascades, mostly dry, but we do have some potential of an isolated shower or 2 later tonight, especially in northern Lake and Klamath counties. Otherwise, your highs in the 50s and 60s. Back to you.
All right, Matt, 6:38 is the time right now on this Monday morning. NBC5 News at Sunrise is just getting started. Coming up, a storm is brewing in the Gulf. I'll look at when forecasters say Tropical Storm Michael could turn into a hurricane.
But first, the Thai soccer team shows sportsmanship at the Youth Olympic Games. We'll tell you what they did.
And if you're heading out the door on this Monday morning, here's a look at the lowest gas according to GasBuddy.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.